This is the Weekend Inspirational Notations report for the upcoming Friday evening through Sunday night. We will be consulting tarot messages and rune wisdom to get a glimpse into what we might experience from the vibe of the tribe, what's to be expected, what's to be rejected, the arising and surprising, and finally, the love boat. As always, we will be using Hope's Heart Tarot cards and Odin's runes to look deep into the weekend ahead. Are you ready? Let's shuffle. Today, of course, we'll be using Hope's Heart Tarot, and we'll be shuffling to find out what we need to learn about the upcoming weekend of Friday, December 6th, Saturday, December 7th, and Sunday, December 8th. So let's ask Hope's Heart Tarot, what do we need to know about the vibe of the tribe? What's to be expected? What's to be rejected? The arising and surprising, and of course, the love boat. So here we have it. Here's our read. I'm going to cut once and knock to seal the deal. And we're also going to ask the same thing of Odin's runes, the Elder Futhark, the alphabet of the Norwegians, which integrated to become the alphabet of us. Every letter means something important, and it's fun to consult with that in divination. So I'm going to cut once after asking what do we need to know about this upcoming weekend, and knock once to seal the deal. Here we go, everybody. What's the vibe of the tribe? What is it? Let's turn over Hope's Heart Tarot. The Ace of Wands, being energized. How nice is that? I mean, really straight up and full on, the Ace of Wands. The vibe of the tribe is that people are feeling energized. We're looking forward to the holidays and spending time together and ending this last month of the decade energized, prepared for a new lease on life, which is where we really should be right now. We should be looking back at all we've learned and collecting all we know so that we can move forward energized with great goals and great plans for a new decade. And what does Odin's runes? Well, of course, this couldn't be better. Odin's runes is Othala. Othala is leaving heaven on earth. Othala is the last letter of the 24 Norwegian runes, and number 24, I think you can see that. It is the goal. It is the end. It is what you're trying to do, whether it's your entire life or something smaller and more of a micro manner. If you're going to college and you're starting with not knowing what you're about to learn, and then you graduate, you have finished it. It's a treasure chest. See? Actually, Othala is the key to the treasure chest. Isn't it interesting? It's like an end and a beginning. The Ace of Wands, a new lease on life, a new start with a lot of energy and a lot of good ideas and great intentions. Clubs or wands are a piece of wood that you can light on fire like a torch. And Othala is the key to the treasure chest. Truly is the beginning of the end together. It's sort of like if you're standing on the ocean beach, it's hard to know what's beach and what's ocean because the ocean keeps coming in and then retreating, so you're standing on the sand. Here we are in January. It's still ending something very important. So you have the key to a treasure chest, while also having the new energy to move forward into not only a new year, but a new decade. The vibe of the tribe, wow. We're doing great, all of us. So what's to be expected? The next question is, what's to be expected with all of this energy and all of this sincerity and all of this desire to end something and start something? Let's look. Oh, wow. The 7, here's another straight up card. The 7 of Wands, mastery. 7, assessment. Wands, energy. Assessment of energy as mastery. So this isn't a fight over other people. It's a challenge over the things that we do in life. So each one of these wands, like the Ace of Wands, each one of these wands is something that we need to know how to do and do it well. And notice he has a leg up, therefore he has mastery. He's taller. He's bigger than his challenges. What's to be expected is that we can overcome, that we are masters, that we can become masters of what we're doing. And that's a really great concept right now at the end of the year. What are we good at? What are you good at? What have you mastered? What has become simple for you? That's interesting. And the rune to go with it, Berkana, healing. Berkana, or our letter B, comes from the birch tree, because you can bend the birch tree in those angles. And Berkana, therefore, is about being flexible and moving with the situations instead of trying to control them, which is what mastery is all about. Wouldn't you agree? Berkana is also about healing feminine energy, because everything within the birch tree includes a remedy. Aspirin is made from the ingredients, if you will, of the birch tree. So healing, flexible, feminine energy is Berkana. What's to be expected, therefore, from wanting a new lease on life and realizing that we're finishing things to leave a treasure behind for us, to leave a treasure for us, to unlock the treasure. New lease on life. Lessons learned and unlocking the treasure. And what's to be expected is that we're masters and flexible healers. Wow. Okay, what's rejected? What is it that we have to let go of? What is it that isn't serving us? I'm going to turn it over. You can see it first. I don't even know. Too much focus and study. This is a very good card. This is the Page of Coins in turn. And of course, Hope's Heart Tarot turns to give you remedies, right? And this is turned to focus and study. The reason focus and study is rejected is because we're just moving forward now. There is a time for focus and study, and there's a time to implement the plan, or it becomes analysis paralysis. We just had Thanksgiving. We can't be making Thanksgiving dinner and setting the table and then thinking, should we have gone with ham instead of turkey? Well, too late now. Oh, wow, look at this. And of course, the runes correspond. After that shuffle, they correspond identically, because Isa, or ice, the letter I means ice, frozen ice, reversed, because it's reversed, is contemplation. What's to be rejected is too much contemplation and too much focus and study. You know, it's coming to me now. We were in the last few moments of a decade, in the last, few hours of a year. It's really hard to look back and focus and study of what we could have done or would have done differently. That isn't even going to help us. What lessons have been learned, and how can we move forward boldly? Interesting. So this next couple of cards we turn, which is going to be the arising and surprising, could be really breakthrough with having a new lease and realizing we have our own lock to our own treasure chest that we have. It's as if this treasure chest has been filled up by us over the last decade, your own treasure chest, and now you're getting the key to it. That's pretty cool. And we're expecting mastery and flexibility and healing remedies, but rejecting the fact that we need to stand here now and say, should we have done it differently? So what would be the arising and surprising? Being disciplined and enterprising. Yeah, we're moving forward, and we're not even stopping to analyze yet, but we realize here with the arising and surprising, it's good to be disciplined and enterprising and practicing gratitude. So this is the 4 stability of coins, money, stable money. It's represented by the bison and the American Indians and how well they had sustainability in their lifestyle. And as Hope's Heart Tarot turns to show you the problems and what could happen, it lands at, It lands at discipline and study. Discipline and being disciplined and enterprise, excuse me. Disciplined and enterprising. And the rune that goes with it, and all of these are upright, isn't that interesting, is Gabo. Gabo is X. Doesn't sound like X, but it looks like X. And Gabo is fair exchange. This for that, fair exchange. Being disciplined and enterprising and expecting fair exchange. That is the arising and surprising. Maybe as we're moving forward and we're coming to the finish line here, we're surprised with ourselves at how disciplined and enterprising we are and how life really is fair and what we do get back, what we give. Which leads us to the fifth category of the love boat. Let's see what's there. Let's see. The Hermit, solitary study. Now is the time, now this weekend, to just take some time and go within and be alone for a few minutes and enjoy our own company. And the rune that goes with it is Ride-ho, which means it's capital R. Capital R did come from the energy of a horse's hoof through the rider's head, and the energy collected there in the forehand, so that in the arched neck and the careful carriage, so that the front leg can move at whatever stride you want. You are on a ride. Life is a ride, and you are on course. When we put this all together, it makes for a very beautiful and positive, very positive weekend of feeling a new lease on life, because we're coming into the new year and the new decade, and realizing that everything that we've done is held in a treasure chest, and we are now given the key. Maybe we are now finally worthy of the key. And what we then learn is that we are masters over what we need to do, and we are flexible and very healing. I also find it interesting that this is sort of masculine energy here. There he is, the master. And of course, Berkana is feminine energy. It's the coming together of the masculine, which makes things happen and manifests, and creative, which is the feminine energy, which is creative and hooked to higher energy. We reject focusing and studying too much. This isn't the time to contemplate. This isn't the time to look back and analyze. And as we understand that, we move forward. What surprisingly comes up is that we learn that we are practicing gratitude, and we are disciplined and enterprising, and we realize that life is fair exchange. Fair exchange. And in the love boat, we take time for solitary study, just time alone. Maybe even time together alone, just time alone with our own light shining. Notice his own light is shining. And we realize life is a journey. It's not a destination. And we are on a ride. Sounds like a beautiful weekend. I hope you enjoy yours as we prepare for the holidays. And I'll talk to you next Thursday. Coming to you from wild and free Sturgis, South Dakota, this has been author Joan Kristin Haugan. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Feel free to leave comments and share with your friends. To order your own deck of Hope's Heart Tarot cards or Odin's runes, visit prairiemagic.com or just click the links below. It's been an honor to read with you today, and I wish you all the best.